Today I'm going to try to get through the step-by-step directions for creating the campus travel mobile application using Ionic Creator. We are going to use a set of APIs. There's going to be an add agent API, and this is the listing for it. You can just copy this down and put it on your server. There's one for add sale, and there's one for create tables. What's nice about this create tables is that when you execute it, it'll actually delete all the old tables and reinitialize them to how the database was when you first loaded it up, with the 14 destinations and the 8 offices and the 12 agents and so on, and the 30 or so sales. You need to set up your global.php file that I have here, and you need to set up your campus database and your user and your password. And once you've done that, you can just execute this create tables. The way you execute it is you need to include question mark today is, and then the day's date, like that, and you press enter, and then that will actually execute it and clear out the tables and reinitialize them. So while we're waiting for this to happen, I'm going to start up a new campus travel project, and I'm going to name it Campus Travel 300 for the 3 o'clock class, and it's going to be a tabs type project, and I'm going to click create project, and here I am. Let's go back here, and we see that the tables have all been created. These insert statements have been executed, and that's what they look like. Okay, so we're going to go through here and try to complete all these steps. Let me click on a different version of the same instructions. It's a little bit more plain without the WordPress formatting. So I'm going to start here by, I've created the project, and then the project that I've created comes with 3 pages already, and I'm going to change those pages to my home, agent booking, and sales. And then I'm going to add the add agent, add sale, search sales, search results, and update sale page. And then I'm going to add the home screen navigation and add the tables and containers and so on to implement the agent bookings page, the sales page, and all the rest of the pages. And so I'm basically going to create the interface first, and then later on I'm going to go in and add the code to connect up to the services, to basically go in and add these Angular directives to connect to the database and to the services and so on. So let's get started here. I'm going to start by clicking on the tabs controller, and that's going to be page 1 over here. And I'm going to change what the title of this is to Campus Travel. And then I'm going to click on the camera tab default page up here. And this is page 2, and I'm going to name this page Home. And then I'm going to click on the Cart tab default page, and I'm going to name this page Agent Bookings, and that's page 3. And then I'm going to click on the Cloud tab default page, and I'm going to change that to Sales, page 4. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to my tabs controller page, which is page 1, and scroll down here, and I'm going to change this camera tab. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to change it to Home, and I'm going to change the icon to some kind of home icon. This one works. And then I'm going to click on the Cart tab, and I'm going to change that to Agent Bookings. And then I'm going to look for some kind of book here, Bookings. And then I'm going to click on this Cloud tab and change this to Sales. And and change the icon to something that maybe resembles sales, like how about this? All right. And so now when I click on home and I view this, I see that I've got my campus travel page. Click on agent bookings and I switch to agent bookings. Click on sales, switch to sales, click on home, switch back to home. Okay, so that works. Next, I'm going to create the rest of the pages, which would be add page, a blank page, and that's going to be add agent. And I have another page, blank page called add sale. That's page 6. And let's add another page, blank page. Let's call it search sales. That's page 7. And let's add another page, blank page, and call that search results. And add one more page, a blank page, and I'm going to call that update sale. And that's page 9. Okay, now I've got all the pages allocated. You can see over here on the left top page panel here, all my pages are there. Okay, now I'm going to add the navigation to all the pages onto the home page. And so I'm going to, if you want to see what the application looks like when it's done, you can click here, and it looks like this. This is the home page that we're working on now. Agent bookings looks like that, and sales, and add agent looks like that, and add sale looks like this, and search sales looks like this. We can select an agent and click on search sales, and we see some sales there. We can click on a date and delete or update the sale. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. So let's go back to Creator here, and so I'm going to add on the home page, I'm going to add a icon list item, and I'm going to link this to agent bookings. And for the left icon, I'm going to change the left icon to bookings. And I'm going to change the word item to agent bookings. And I'm going to add a right icon, some sort of arrow right. Let's see, how about this one? And so this is agent bookings, and it's connected up. So when you click on it, it goes to the agent bookings page. Okay, so that's fine. I'm going to create 4 more copies of this. Agent bookings, sales, add agent, add sale, and search results. So let's click on the second one here and change that so it directs to sales. And let's change the icon to what we had for sales, which was a cash icon. Change the words agent bookings to sales, and that's done. The next one, I'm going to change this to, so it redirects to add agent. And I'm going to change the icon to, how about a person? And I'm going to change the words to add agent. Okay. And the next one, I'm going to change that to, so it redirects to add sale. And I'm going to change the words to add sale. And I'm going to change the left icon to I thought maybe a barcode would look nice. And now the last one, I'm going to change that one so it redirects to search sales. And the icon can be a search magnifying glass, and the words can be search sales. Okay, that looks pretty good. So to test it, we can click on home up here, click here, and we see that these pages go to the correct page, add sale, and if we click down here, it switches to agent bookings, switches to sales. Okay, that all works. So we've added the home page. Now let's go and add the content for agent bookings. Okay, so for agent bookings, we're going to have a name, an office, number of sales, and the total amount of sales. So to do this, I'm going to add a container, which is going to be a row container. And so that's going to be a div row. And inside the row container, I'm going to add a column container. And I'm going to say this is call-25. And then inside the call-25, I'm going to add a paragraph. And the content of the paragraph is going to be name, for agent name. And so this is the call-25 container inside the row container. So let's go back to the call-25 container. And I'm going to make 3 more copies of this. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to click on the name here, the second name, and I'm going to change that to office. And the third one, I'm going to change that to hashtag for number. And I'm going to center it. And then the last name here, I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to say total. And I'm going to right align that. And I'm also going to make this name field, this name container here, the first one, this column 25, I'm going to make that a column 33. And the number container here, the div call 25 number container, I'm going to change that to 10. Okay, that looks better. So this one's 33, this one's 25, and this one's 10, and this one is 25. And they all have to add up to some number less than or equal to 100. If it's more than 100, then it goes off the screen on the right. Okay, so now I've got the header row, and so now I'm going to copy that row, click on the row container, which is div row, and I'm going to make a duplicate of that. Let me go back to the instructions. Agent bookings page, and down here I'm going to put paragraphs in there, and it's going to look like this. Okay, so the first one is going to look like this. I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to put in its place code to display out the agent name from a bookings row that we're going to fetch back from the database. And the second one is going to be this office location. That's going to go right here, this one. And the third one, this num sales, is going to be this, num sales. So I'm going to replace that with this. And this total here gets replaced with the total displayed out as currency. So this is going to display out the total field of the booking row in currency format. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I think we're done with this page. Let's move on to the next page. Let's go to the sale page, sales. And in this case, we're going to do pretty much the same thing. We're going to make, this time it's going to be 3 columns. And the first column is going to have the date. The second column is going to have both the agent name and the office. And the third column is going to have the amount and the destination. And so we're going to be putting HTML in there for the data row, so we can easily put the agent on top of the office and the amount on top of the destination name. So let's go back here and let's put a container over there. And this is going to be a row container. And inside the row container, I'm going to put a call-33. And inside the call-33, I'm going to put a paragraph which says date. And then I'm going to duplicate this twice. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I want to duplicate not the paragraph, but the container. I want to duplicate call-33 twice, once, twice. And here I'm going to make this say instead agent/space office. And I think I want that to be bold. And then here, this date, I want to replace this with amount/space destination. Asterisk, asterisk. And I want to right justify that. Okay. That's the header. Now let's duplicate this row 3 times. So we got to make sure we get to the row container. This is call-33. Here's the row container. Let's duplicate that to this. And the first date here, let's get rid of that and put some HTML in there. And inside the HTML, I'm going to put this. No, this. Sale date. And that's going to go right in here. And for the agent office, I'm going to replace this with some HTML that says agent name and office location. And for the last column, I'm going to put some HTML in there and copy an amount and destination name right here. Okay, and let's see, what else do I need to do? I want this container, this call-33 container, I want to do call-bottom to put that vertical alignment to the bottom. Same with this container, space call-bottom. And this container, this HTML, this container here, call-33, I'm going to make that text-right. So that's a second class I'm putting there called text right. And that aligns it to the right. Okay, I think that's it for this page. Very good. Let's move on to the next page. That would be add agent. And so for add agent, I'm going to make it look like this, where I have a input text, a drop down, and a button. So let's put input text for the agent name right over there. Input agent name. And then I'm going to put a select, and that's going to be office location I can put. And then I'm going to put a button. Here it is, button. And that's going to say add agent. And I believe that's all we need to do. Agent name, office, add agent. Post message. Okay, I got to add that to the bottom. Okay, so that's going to add a paragraph. And I'm going to put that on the bottom. Maybe I could put some asterisks there so it's bold. And I want to center it. Okay, very good. So that looks like that's good for add agent. Let's see what's next. Add sale. Add sale is going to look like this. It's going to have a select, an input, which is a date, and another select, and an input, which is a number, and a button, and a message down at the bottom. So let's add a select, an input, a select, and an input, and a button, and a paragraph. And this select is going to be agent, and this is going to be sale date. I'm going to put date, and I'm going to change it from text to date. And then this is going to be the destination, and this is going to be the amount, and this is a number. All right, this button is going to say add sale, and the friendly markdown is going to simply say post message. You can make it bold if we want to, and center it. Okay, we're done with add sale. What's next? Search sales. Well, we're going to make a search sales page. It looks like this. It's going to have a select, a number, input number, and a search button. And we don't need this down here. I just had that in there for testing. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go to search sales, and I'm going to add a select, another select, an input, another input, a button, and I don't think I need anything else. So the first select is going to be for agent, and the second select is going to be destination, and the third select is going to be amounts above, and I'm just going to put I'm going to change this to a number, and I think I'm going to put a $sign here, and right here for the placeholder, I'm going to put 0.00. That looks nice. And for this one, it's going to be amounts below. Put a $sign there, and here I'm going to put 0.00 for the placeholder. And for the button, I'm going to say search sales. Now, this is actually going to redirect to another page. So I can actually put a link up here so it links to search results. That's search sales. That's done. Let's go to search results. And search results is going to look like this. There's going to be a there's going to be a date header, an agent/office header, and a amount/destination header. This is going to look just like the sales page, except for the date over here is going to be a button instead of just the display of the date. So it's going to be the same sort of format. There's going to be a container. First of all, there's going to be a paragraph which has the message, I think. Let me see. Search results. Data criteria. Data.criteria. And doesn't have to be bolded, but I think I will anyway. And then below that, we're going to have our container with the header. So this is a row. And we have another container inside. That's the column. And we have inside there we've got a date. And let's duplicate the column 33 container a couple times, twice. And this is going to be agent/office. And this one is going to be amount/destination. And I'm going to right align that, and now I'm going to repeat. I'm going to duplicate the row. There we go. Duplicate. And in here, I'm going to delete this and add a button. And the button is going to have the date on it. The date will be right here. Let's see how that gets formatted. This inside of that button. Inside here, I'm going to put this. I'm going to take this. I should have done this beforehand because I have to do it to both rows now. Go back to the column. I'm going to change this to column 25. Call bottom. And this one, I'm going to change this to column 33 space column offset 10. Call bottom. And this one is also going to be, this container is call bottom. Okay. And this here is going to be replaced with some HTML. And inside that HTML, I'm going to put this agent name and office location right up here. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this container, this one, and I'm going to add the call offset 10. Next, going to move it over. I need to change this container to call 25. There we go. That looks better. Look at this button. Can I make this smaller? I think I can. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. There we go. And inside here, I'm going to delete this, put some HTML in there, and copy in this code. right here. And I need to go back to this container and I need to say text right. All right. I think that that's all I need for search results. This button is going to have to link to update sale. Okay, so that's search results. And now let's go to the last page, which is update sale. And we're going to make an update sale page that looks like, let me go back to here and click on this, and it looks like this. So actually, I think I'm going to put, this is actually just some HTML. I think I'm actually going to put a table in there so it looks a little nicer. Delete button here, and then this down here, there's the form for updating the sale. So to do that, let's see what the instructions say. I'm going to first of all drag a container over here, make it a row, and then I'm going to drag another container inside, and I'm going to make this call 25, and I'm going to duplicate this, and inside the second one, I'm going to put a button, and the button is going to say delete. And I think I'm going to make it a different color, like assertive. And I can make it smaller. If I want to. And then, so that's the delete button. And then over on this side, let me expand this back out to 75. That's better. And then inside here, I'm going to put another container that is a row. And inside the row, it's inside this column 75, right? Yes, inside the column 75 is a row. And then inside this row, I'm going to throw a container in there, and I'm going to say it's call-33. And I'm going to put, let's see, what are the dimensions now for the inside container? 33, agent. 66 for the second one. This one's going to be agent. Agent. And let me go back out to this, call 33. I'm going to duplicate this. And inside here, I'm going to change, I'll change this to 66. And inside here, I'm going to put sale agent name right here. And then I'm going to take this row here and this is the column 75. I don't want the column 75. I want what's inside the column 75. Paragraph, container, column 66. Inside, column 66 is inside the row. Okay, this is what I want, the row. Make sure it's the row. And I'm going to duplicate this how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So when we update the agent, we update the destination. No, we update the agent, we update the date. We update the destination. And we update the amount. And the date is, I would guess is it formatted? Yes. The date looks like this. The destination is this. And the amount is this. Okay, so that looks like this might work for the delete part of it. And now underneath that, I'm gonna let's do the outside container here. It's this, not that one, this one. Okay, this is the delete section. I'm gonna put a paragraph underneath that, and I'm gonna say that is going to be this data message here. This is what comes back. There's an update or a delete. I can go right here, and I can center it if we want to. And then underneath that, we're going to start adding these things. So it's it's the same as add sale. So there's an agent, a date, an amount, and a destination. So there is an agent, which is a select, agent, a date, an amount, different order, I guess, and a destination. And underneath that is a button. Got to fit a button underneath there. Button. There we go. There's a button. And so the button's going to say update sale. And this is going to be agent. And this is going to be date. This is going to be amount. And this is going to be a number. And I think I'm going to put $sign here. And this is going to be destination. Okay, so I think we are done making all the pages. What happens if we try to run this? We see we've got agent bookings. Ooh, gotta fix that. Let me fix it right now. Agent bookings. This does not need to have, I don't need that paragraph. So, agent bookings, sales, forgot the curly here, sales. This has got to have a end. There we go. Sales, add agent, add sale, and search sales. Okay, when you click on search sales, we go to search results, click on search this button, we get to the delete and this. Okay, I'm going to do one thing here. For some reason, my update sale, why is this? How's that? Okay, so that looks good. So I think this all works. So I was going to get all the rest of these. This looks good. This looks good. This looks good now. Okay, that's fine. All right, so it looks like I've done making my interface.